What's up, people? I'm back, and as promised, I've got the exclusive interview with the motherfucking legendary Big Herk. Yeah! It's super dope. The interview's fire. Big shout out to Big Herk. Thanks again for being on the show. This was epic. Alright, in order to start right away, if you haven't already subscribed, I would love to have you on the team, and I'm always making new content. All you gotta do is hit that subscribe button. So welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm alive and I'm here, so I'm good.
Yes, good to hear. Well, let's jump into it. Tell us about Big Herk. Tell us about where did you grow up at?
West side of Detroit, man. Woodrow Wilson.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Born and raised over there, man. Woodrow Wilson, 12th Street area. You know, that's where I was born and raised, West side.
Yes. Nice. Who were you around mostly? Like, who did you look up to?
Who did I look up to?
Yeah.
Like, as far as what?
Like, just as far as, you know, like guys in the street, people like in your family, like whoever was a role model towards you back then.
I looked up to my uncles.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? My uncles, man. My Uncle Jimmy, mainly when I was a kid. He was like we like brothers more than we as nephew and uncle. But I looked up to him, man. He was doing acting and stuff like that back then.
Nice.
He was actually in He was in this movie called Bachelor Party. I don't know, y'all might be kind of young. That came out like in the 80s with Tom Hanks.
Okay.
This was Tom Hanks. This is like one of his first movies, Tom Hanks. And you see where Tom Hanks is now.
Right.
But he was in that movie with him, man, running around. It's a comedy, but that's what I looked up to, man. He played sports. He was acting. He was doing a lot of shit back then.
Nice.
Besides the hood, besides the cats in the hood that was getting money, the hustlers and stuff like that. But it was more of an influence from them than it was looked up to him. I looked up to my uncle, but the hood, you know, the hustlers and all that influences, man, the YBI, Pony Down, that's who was, you know, getting that money back then when I was a kid.
Right. Nice. What kind of music did you like when you were younger?
Everything. Rap, but you know, rap was kind of young back then. You know what I mean? It was not that long like that. But I listened to everything, man, because we had what we had. We had more like just regular music like the Princes and Michael Jacksons,
yeah.
You know, Earth, Wind and Fires, and Funkadelic, Parliament, Zap. So, you know, we grew up on that, which was kind of like early versions of rap, really, because most of them tracks is what the rappers took and redid. Right. A lot of them tracks I just named. So I grew up in that. Then rap, when rap came along, grew up into that. So, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yes, thank you for that. I like hearing these origin stories and stuff, because I was born in 82, so I was kind of young when it all started, but I remember in 88 when Easy Does It came out, and I was 6, and this kid handed it to me on the school bus, and I was hooked from then on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I like hearing that. And I grew up with my dad, you know, playing Earth, Wind and Fire and stuff like that, and BG and disco and shit. So I liked a lot. And Parliament, Funkadelic, I liked a lot of that. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who was the first rapper that came out where you noticed, like, damn, that guy's got it?
I mean, the earlier rappers, actually, that's who was out. Melly Mel, LL Cool J, Run DMC, you know, all them kind of guys, man. Then it went from that to like Rakim and Big Daddy Kane for the lyricism and all that. Even cats like Special Ed, he was dope. You know, he didn't last long. He kind of had a couple hits and faded, but lyrically, just how he was putting his words together and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, we loved everything, man. And then we loved conscious rap like Public Enemies and, you know, X-Clan. We listen to all that shit, man.
Nice. Oh, yeah. When did you start writing rhymes yourself?
Probably like the mid-'80s.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Right in that era, right when that came out, actually, I started took right to it. And, you know, was writing, jotting down stuff and freestyling. And we'd been to school and they'd be beating on the desk. And you know, we rapping to the beatboxing and to the beating on the desk. And, you know, just getting my feet wet. So, yeah, it was really, I started writing kind of like right when rap started coming in. You know what I mean? I just wasn't known or nothing. But we was writing and trying to do that stuff then, man. The rap, all that.
Hell yeah. Nice. What I always like to ask people is, what has hip hop done positively for you?
Hip hop kept me out of jail, man.
Yes.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, because we was in the streets, man. You gotta realize we came up in the crack era and all of that. And even though we did do it, we sold and hustled and did stuff ourselves. A lot of guys I know done caught cases, and I done caught a case or two. Some of them dead, some of them doing life. But at the same time while I was doing that, I started rapping because I loved rap. So I was, still trying to do the rap thing a little bit in between when I could. And then eventually that, it flipped from doing that more to doing rap.
Nice. Hell yeah. Well, I'm glad that happened, man. I'm glad it worked out positive and it was a good influence in your life. That makes me happy to hear that. Tell me about how it came about that you got involved with Rock Bottom.
We grew up together. I knew Rock and his sister from school. We all went to like the same junior high schools, high schools. Rock from Dexter. I'm from Woodrow Wilson, 12th Street area. Then you got Linwood. All the streets is right next to each other. So we went to junior high school, so I knew him already. And then we was doing our own thing over there in my camp, and he was putting a compilation together. So he asked me to be a part of it. I already know him, so yeah, let's do it. So we just, we did that, and that's how I started.
Yes. That's awesome. You guys had some major successes with Rock Bottom too. I know was like #1 in the USA. You guys really took over with that. So congrats with that.
Oh yeah, much fun. We definitely made noise, man. We definitely made our noise. And you gotta realize, in our era, wasn't no social media, none of that. So
none of it.
It was a lot harder. It was a lot harder to get stuff to people and all that. So the ground was a little bit more rough, but we definitely made our mark, man. Despite all of that. So sometimes I wonder if it was social media back then, what we could have pulled off. But it is what it is. That's why time evolves and everybody get better. So we was pioneers, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of cats.
Yes. And you guys really laid a lot of the groundwork and foundation for a lot of Detroit MCs. I know personally, whenever I bring up Detroit rap, you're always one of the first guys that comes out of that I mentioned, because you're always one of the first guys that I think of. Big Herk right away, right when I talk about, because you're actually what got me into Detroit underground rap and listening to other Detroit rap other than Eminem and shit. I was like, man, who's Big Herk on here? I started listening, and I here I am today, 15 years later. So much props, man.
Much respect.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Tell us about deciding when you went out and started to do your solo albums and stuff, pursuing more of a solo career.
Well, I had already been doing stuff before we even got with Rock Bottom, so that wasn't like my first time rapping. I had groups I done been in, and then we had our crew from Woodrow Wilson, the Rats, Rebels Against the System.
Yes.
That's when everybody had acronyms for stuff, you know what I'm saying? You had NWA, you had BDP, we was, the Rats, RATS, Rebels Against the System. We had our own thing, me, Jay Nutty, my man Thrust, rest in peace to Thrust, and Charlie Picasso. So we already had put albums out and all that, man. We had stuff out. Not albums like whack, but we had like CDs and stuff that we had, cut. And then when I got Rock, it just went to another level, So.
Okay. Nice. Good. I'm glad I asked that, because I like hearing about some of these previous groups and origin stories and other things you're involved with. I'm going to try to look some of that up later too, because I like.
But I actually didn't finish answering your question though, because you asked me about my solo stuff.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So my first solo album was, after we did Who Was Rock Bottom, I went and put out Guilty as Charged.
Yes.
That's Detroit classic. And that was the first solo album. So, since then I've been, doing albums here and there, a lot of features. I don't got as many albums as some people got, because I just don't rush albums out like that.
Yes.
But, I've always been doing a lot of features since I've been doing this with everybody. So stay busy, man. You know what I'm saying? Did the song with Obi Trice on Shady Records, Interscope. So did the song with Slum Village, MC Breed, rest in peace to Breed. Elza and all them cats over there, man. Rest in peace, Jay Dilla.
Yes.
And I just been working, man. That's it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I've been listening to all those albums. So Guilty as Charged, Still Guilty. And even with like your rock bombs, so Alligator City. I remember listening to all that.
Much love, much love, much love.
Hell yeah. Thank you. What do you love most about hip hop? I know it's kept you out of trouble and it's been a big influence in your life. What do you love most about it?
I just love the music, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm into it. I always been into that whole, and we say hip hop, not even just rap with me. We used to break dance and all of that, man.
Yes.
We was into the culture.
Yes.
We was into the culture. Even though I was like 100 pounds lighter then, but we used to break dance. We did all that, man. You know what I'm saying? We really was into this hip hop and this rap music stuff. And then when the gangster music started coming in, which is actually not even what we call it. They call it gangster rap, but I feel like it's just reality rap. We from the hood. But when that ushered in, like with the NWAs, Ice-T's, you know what I'm saying? People like that, we took a little bit to that, but still had the lyricism with it. So, we love rap, man. You know what I'm saying? I love rap. So,
yes. Yes, thank you for that. That was awesome because I think that's a major part of rap too. The b-boys and break dancers and everything. It's a whole movement. Everything. So thank you for that. Let's see. Both of your sons have become prolific, well-known MCs, and shout out to Young Herc and Baby Herc too because I listen to both of them. You must, and besides rap, they've grown up to be just good men in general. You must be a very proud father. How do you feel? How does that make you feel?
I love it, man. I'm proud of my sons. I mean, they good guys, man. They solid, they well-rounded.
Yeah.
And not even just rap. I'm saying in life as a man, you know what I'm saying, as men.
Right.
They leaders, they followers. And, I'm proud of them, man. Everything they doing, with the music and all that, and it's organic. It's not like I sat there and pulled out a chair and a whip and started making them right. They just took to it. They was playing football. They always played football. That's what I did for them to keep them active. Because it's hard for your kids to follow in your footsteps sometimes when you do music and stuff, or if you're an entertainer, whatever you do. So I never pushed rap on them, like, you're going to rap and I'm going to teach you how to. No.
Right.
They just picked it up. They're around it all the time. They're around people like me and Jay Nutty, and, they seeing it all the time. So it was kind of natural that they was going to pick up to it or at least try it. Some people can try it and they might not be all that good, but they tried it and they really kept progressing and they good, man. So I'm proud of them. Plus, they solid guys outside of music. In life, they solid. They don't be out there doing no dumb shit. They out there taking care of their business.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Handling their business and taking care of their bills and paying their way in life. And, still doing their music, pursuing that. And I'm proud of them. They good, solid guys.
Yes. Absolutely. Thank you. Let's see here. What do you love most about the city of Detroit?
Detroit, man, it just is nowhere else like it. You know what I'm saying? We set a lot of trends, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I was coming up, but even so now we do. We got everybody saying, "What up, though?" That's Detroit shit, man. Everybody want to wear busts now. Cardis and all that. That's Detroit shit. You know what I'm saying? So, we got our own thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I was born and raised here, man, and this is it, man. Detroit, that deal.
Yes. Yes, I love hearing that. I think Detroit needs a lot more recognition and stuff because you guys do set a lot of trends, even like with the dance moves and stuff. I remember with a lot of the Nat Morris shows and shit back in the day. There are people doing the schoolcraft and all kinds of shit. And tell us even the JIT too. I got some homies from Detroit and they're doing the JIT. I'm looking. Sometimes I just like to look up people on YouTube doing the JIT. That are real good.
Yeah, that's Detroit. That's Detroit shit, man.
Oh yeah. I gotta ask you this. It seems like a lot of guys that I talk to that are more our age or a little older, it's seen a lot of change. Did you notice a lot of changes in the neighborhood when it came to Reagan era, when Reagan came in office and was in office for those 8 years?
Yes, the demise of the hood, man, look bad. A lot of stuff is dilapidated, and that crack area, like I told you, that's the area we ran around in, man. We was running around in that area, and we seen it go from a lot of the hood used to look beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, it's in shambles a lot of places in the hood. But we gonna make it through it like we always do. But as far as just what it was and what it is now, it look a lot worse. You know what I'm saying? A lot more dilapidated houses, a lot more, everything torn down, stuff closed down, businesses not open. They used to be black-owned stuff not around like it used to be. So that took a lot from us.
Absolutely. I noticed that trend too, and it's like, I just wanted to ask that because I think that stuff needs to get more attention from everybody. And since I got a platform, I want to bring stuff like that up because I don't think it's right. So, and I think a lot more could be done by the city and officials and shit like that. So,
Oh yeah, no doubt, definitely, we know that. But they love downtown though. They got downtown looking beautiful. Midtown, downtown.
Right.
Only thing they doing in the hood is tearing down houses, but they ain't really building shit too much. But that's a subject for another day. You know what I mean?
Right. What would you hope to leave behind and pass on in the rap game?
What'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
Oh, my bad. What do you hope to leave behind and pass on in the rap game?
I mean, basically just respect for the game, man, and always trying to be your best and try to be a perfectionist. That's what I think I'll lead and work hard and respect your craft. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get in and make a quick dollar even doing some clown shit, but to me, the essence of it is that real music, man, that shit that people feel in their heart. And, that respectable, shit that when we hear, we like, yeah, you talking. Dog talking that shit, not just saying it, but talking it and really spitting it. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I was raised as far as rap from that era.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Oh yeah, thank you. That was a great answer. What would you like to tell young people coming up?
As far as what? It's a lot I can tell them.
Right. Just the best thing you could tell them about life in general. What's the best thing they could do for themselves?
Stay out of trouble for one, because it's easy to get in, hard to get out.
Yes.
That's one thing. Stay out of trouble, man, and don't be a follower. Be a leader. That's one thing in life I learned, man. A lot of cats will just run with groups of guys just to be running around with them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really standing for nothing. They just want to be part of something. You'll never stand out and become a leader doing that. So, just stay out of trouble. Be smart. Be a leader, don't be a follower as far as young guys. And as far as music, if you love music and it don't work right off, just keep pushing anyway. Yeah. Constructive criticism and stuff like that, that's part of your growth. So everybody ain't gonna turn around and think you the greatest just because you want them to say that. So if you get some doors slammed in your face, keep knocking till they open it, man. You don't quit, keep working.
Yes. Yes, that's awesome. Then
yeah.
Then I just have one other question. If you could change anything about people's thinking, what would you want to change?
If I could change anybody's thinking?
If you could change anything about people's thinking.
It depends what they thinking.
Right. I guess that's way too broad of a question.
You gotta get a little more what they thinking about.
Right. I mean, like negative type shit. Negative, there's a lot of negativity, negative thinking in the world. A lot of, bad criticized shit like that.
Well, see, that go back to what I said. That's about being a follower.
Yes.
Because everybody loves the negative shit. That's what make the most noise. That's what make the most publicity. That's what make most people have something to say. And that be the talk of the day, something negative. Who got into it? Who shot who? Who beefing with who said something bad about such and such. So, that's what people feed into that. That's what that's being, a follower.
Yes.
That's just like when people see people out in the streets fighting or something going wrong or they get into it, first thing they do is pull out their phones and film it. They don't care about the person right or wrong. They out of pocket what they doing. They could be beating a woman up. They just sit there and film it. So we wasn't raised from that kind of shit, man. We was raised from back in the day, man, where it was a village. Everybody, held each other down for the most part. There's always gonna be some incidents, but it was more respectful with each other, and we held each other down. You know what I'm saying? Now it's kind of like everybody trying to find something bad to say or something negative about everybody. You know what I'm saying? Instead of pushing each other up, they pulling each other down. So.
Thank you for that. That's why I wanted to ask some of these more deeper questions, because I've always, just from listening to your music and seeing how your boys, you're a very wise person. So I like hearing some of that from you. So thank you. And
Much respect.
Thank you. And thank you for being on the Honor Show. It's really been an honor to have you on here. An honor to have you on the Honor Show. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate you, man.
Always. Thank you. Much love. Appreciate it. You have a great rest of the day.
New music coming soon, too. You hear me?
No, I didn't.
New music coming soon.
Yes. As soon as it drops, let me know. I'll review it on the show. I'll do some reviews on the songs and shit. Hell yeah.
I got you.
Hell yeah. God bless. Thank you.
Much love, man. Have a good one.
You too. Woo! Yes! Thank you, Big Herc. That was legendary. You're one of the best MCs of all time, one of my favorite MCs, and you're truly a living legend. You laid a lot of the groundwork for MCs coming up after you, and your contribution to hip-hop could never, ever be taken lightly. You're a true legend, and we thank you for everything you've done for rap and for being on the show. It was truly an honor.
And you know this, man!
And now you guys can actually help me out.
You gotta help me!
Hey, all you gotta do is hit that like button. And so you never miss any future episodes, hit that subscribe button along with that little notification bell.